Right, so I'm back with another video, and we are on episode 17 of this Freiburg for Life career mode now. This is the final season, unfortunately, that we will be starting season number 5. We've just come off of a Champions League victory, and we were so close to going for the treble. We were one trophy off, and that was the Bundesliga. We obviously won the DFB Pokal as well, but now we're going for everything. Our final season. Can we win all the trophies that we're in? I believe we should be in 5 of them. We have the UEFA Super Cup because we won the Champions League. We should be in the German Super Cup because we won the DFB Pokal. And then we have the normal 3. We have the Bundesliga, DFB Pokal, and of course the Champions League. If we can go for all 5 in season number 5, that'd be awesome. But let's get started with this first episode of the season 5, where I believe we do have the first few finals, which should be the German Super Cup and the European Super Cup. So, of course, here we are in the 5th and final season for this career mode. We have built an incredible squad that we will check out in just a second, but let's check out the review of, or like the forward, what they want us to do. Sign at least 3 players, younger, and want us to win the Bundesliga and win the DFB Pokal. That's what we're going for. And they want us to win the Champions League. That's what we want as well. This is the team, of course, that we've created over the few seasons that we've been in charge of this Freiburg side. I don't really see any weakness. I mean, the worst rated is Atobolu and Nuno Tavares, but I mean, 83 is not bad whatsoever. And even that low rating, they've proven to be really good players. I mean, Atobolu, I kind of want to keep him as our starting goalkeeper. I don't want to let him go. I don't want to go for a high... I want to go for a higher rated goalkeeper just because he's higher rated, but Atobolu has been crucial for us for all these seasons. Plus, he's an original Freiburg player who's actually still at the team. Merlin Roll is, of course, a Freiburg player as well, but he's actually on loan at Everton right now. So, I don't know. And then, of course, we did bring back Nico Schlotterbeck to his former team. But yeah, and Nuno Tavares, maybe we might keep him, but he might get relegated to a backup role. But just look at who we have on the bench. We have Marquinhos, who's the same rated as Silva. Matthias Sule, who's overall is bigger or greater than Merlin Roll, but Merlin Roll, you just can't take him out. Suzuki is still here with us, who's actually still at Freiburg as well. Abde, who honestly is disappointing me a little bit. But Flamingo, Bisek, Meyer, Andy Diouf, and Emerson Royal. Luca Netz, a little bit disappointing from him, but still glad to see him here with us. Eric Lida, Charles Dodds, Buthelezi, and so many other great players that have come back from their loan spells, like this guy right here, Jesse Guy, who will move up to the bench. 81 overall. That's only 3 below Bradley, but I'm just saying, he is a youth academy player who got promoted. We loaned him out a few times. He's come back and grew to an 81 overall. I want him to get a lot more playing time for us, but he will be our backup right back for now. If he starts performing better than Feder Bradley, then he can get the starting role. We have sent out 2 scouts, one to the South Korea and then one to Nigeria for these roles, for these players. We'll see if we need them. It's more for squad depth in case we loan out or sell too many players, but I mean, I think our youth academy has produced some pretty good players, like Jesse Guy. But let's check out how much money we have, because I don't have many ideas for signings, to be honest. We have a budget of 106 million, and it could grow depending on some sales that we do, because there are some players that we will be selling, and a few players will be loaned out as well. But I'm only thinking of one, and you guys will see who it is, but we'll do that like apart from this little clip here. Before we end it off, I do want to check out one more thing though. It's the calendar. In July we have no games, but in August we do have... Whoa. Wait. We have... okay, that makes sense. Okay, we have the Super Cup, we have the German Super Cup, and in the same week we have the UEFA Super Cup. So we have 2 Super Cups in the same week. Plus we're facing Dortmund and Leverkusen. Yay! And then in September we have Leipzig as well. Okay, cool. We have pretty packed first few months. I mean, August and September is going to be hectic, but I think we'll probably end off the episode after this Nuremberg game. So not too many games that we'll play. It's 7 in total, if I'm not mistaken. These might be honestly, most of these might be highlights apart from this one. With this one, you guys might actually see the full game just because it's the UEFA Super Cup. It seems like Hoffenheim won the Europa League, so we will be facing them. But I'm excited to see what we can do. And yeah, hopefully we can win 2 trophies in our first episode in Season 5. But before that, you'll see any signings that we do make. I think there's only one that I really want to make. Other than that, you'll see. But let's get it. In comes our new signing. It is, of course, Milos Kerkez, the now Liverpool left back. I think he was playing for Nottingham Forest in this save, so he will now be joining us as our new starting left back. He will take over Nuno Tavares. Luka Netz has left. Tavares has stayed. He will be our backup now, and that means now we technically have both Liverpool fullbacks, like in real life. In the 25-26 season, we have both Gedekes and Connor Bradley, which are now playing at Liverpool. Of course, they have Frimpong, but anyways, Gedekes looks good with that new Freiburg jersey on. He's got number 16 on his back, same with his name, and I'm super excited to see what he can do. We got him for 65 million. He's our first signing, possibly our only signing, but probably our biggest as well, regardless. But anyways, hopefully he can make an impact, and you guys will see any other huge transfers if we do them. Before any transfer updates, we do head into our Super Cup tie up against Bayern Munich. We beat them before in the Super Cup. It was a very hard-fought battle where we won 5-4, if I'm not mistaken. Can we win the Super Cup again? It's possible. After Malik Thiaw does a great block there that, I don't know why he stayed there for a second, but Bayern Munich do get on the end of a pretty decent attack. The Seco is a player who strikes it and scores it. It's unfortunate, but down the other end, Asprilla gets a strike off and he scores. That's what Asprilla can do. We are tied 1-1 in the Super Cup tie right here. I really want to win another Super Cup. We've been in, I think, 3 or 4 Super Cups and we've only won 1. But here is Merlin Roll on the end of another attack, and it puts us in the lead 2-1 up against Bayern Munich. Like I said, the only Super Cup we've won has been up against Bayern Munich. Can we do it again? 2 from 2? I'm just saying. I'd love that. But Atabolu is forced to save a strike there from Musiala, as of course the number 42 is one of the best players for Bayern Munich, as he gets on the end of another chance and strikes it home this time. It is 2-2. It is all tied up at the end of the game, but it's not over here as Merlin Roll fights through a few tackles and keeps a hold of the ball and tries to strike it home, and it goes wide, unfortunate. This is our first Super Cup tie. Of course, we still have one more Super Cup, but we do have to finish it off with a Fabio Silva goal here to put us in the lead. It's 3-2, and we keep going forward as Sieb gets a strike off that Atobolu is forced to make a save. But with that, it's the end of the game, and we have won the Super Cup yet again. Let's go. 3-2. I'm so excited. We're going to we have already got 1 trophy in this season already. Let's go. We will see one of our players lift up the trophy for the entire team. I believe it should be Malik Thiaw, because we did make a few substitutions. You see Abed there receiving or being in the line. Same with Matthias Sule. Fabio Silva was not subbed off, but we see the Grand Super Cup. That's 1 trophy out of the 5. Can we get all 5? We will see. But Malik Thiaw is our captain here. He's going to lift up the trophy for us. He holds it. He's going to lift it up high for SC Freiburg. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah! We are the German Super Cup champions yet again. We beat Bayern Munich twice now in the Super Cup. Now we have to beat them in the Bundesliga. They beat us last season. They were the Bundesliga champions. So now can we be the champions of Europe again? I mean, we were the champions of Europe last season. Can we be the champions of Germany again? But here are the title celebrations with the entire team. I'm so happy with this side. There's very few substitutions that we made and a few transfers that I will mention in just a second before we head into our UEFA Super Cup final. Just before we go into our game, the UEFA Super Cup final up against Hoffenheim, of course, I wanted to go over basically all the sales and the loans and the players that we've brought in. But Jamie Hall, Eric Lida, Max Rosenfeld, Charles Dodds, Luka Netz, Tatiza Buthelezi were all sold to the respective teams, including Buthelezi. Man, I'm very sad about this one. But Charles Dodds, we could see him in the Bundesliga playing for our bitter rivals in Bayern Munich. Although they haven't been much of huge rivals, apart from just like them winning some trophies. But we did bring in Milos Kerkez, as you guys saw, Kevin Zenon as one of our backups. We just signed a few players mostly for depth, apart from Kerkez. Kerkez will be our starter, but Yuito Suzuki will be leaving, unfortunately, or has left to Wolves. Nathan Sese comes in from Arsenal as a backup. To our center backs, just to have 5 center backs because it makes me feel comfortable. And same with Johnny Cardoso. He's a CDM who could potentially be a starter. He's 85 overall. He's fighting for Nico Gonzalez for the starting position, but gives more depth for that CDM position in case anybody gets injured. But we do have a few more players that are sold or loaned out, like Ralph Warner, who left to Ghent. Then Sawyer, Roberto Vieira, Isiakios Dominakis, all loaned out alongside of many other players that were loaned out even previous to this start of the season. Now, with just one substitution being made in Bisek for Malik Tia, just because Malik Tia was a little bit tired, our captain returns to the starting 11 as we face Hoffenheim and hopefully win our second trophy of the season in our second match. But let's just hop right into it. We're going to watch most of it. We're going to cut it up, and then you guys will see basically the best parts of this UEFA Super Cup. Boom, here we are at the East Point Arena for the UEFA Super Cup final. Of course, we were the UEFA Champions League winners last season. Hoffenheim were the UEFA Europa League winners last season. They are wearing the green. I'm kind of sad that it's another German team. I wish it was like another European team that's not from Germany, but anyways, it'll kick us off very soon. Oh, good block. Get it out. Good job, Nico Schlotterbeck. Wow, Nico Schlotterbeck. Amazing game he's having so far. Ruben van Bommel. Cut inside. Into the middle. Never mind, he took the shot, and it's a great save from the keeper. We're going to catch us up on the counter. At least try to. Oof. Doing a pretty good job so far. Connor Bradley. No. Romeo Lavia. No. Oh, they did a really good job there. I'm actually really angry because we had it there. Konate, look right there. Oh, that wasn't Connor Bradley. That was Milos Kerkez trying to get him. Romeo Lavia. Romeo? I don't know why I keep saying that. Man, it sucks that we just conceded there. Karim Konate. Fair enough. Good on him. And we're losing. Lavia is. He's going to have a pop from there. The deflection hits the crossbar. Roll. Nope. Van Bommel. Back for a roll. Who created the space, but Lavia got in his way for a quick sec. Merlin roll! Oh! Oh gosh. Oh no. Nope, I made a mistake there. Oh, we were bailed out by Atto over there. Oh no, he's gonna score there, yep. Oh man. The clearance wasn't great from Connor Bradley, and he's going out there again. Of course it's going out there again. And we're 2-0 down at the end of the first half. But Isak, you got to be doing better there. And Nico Schlotterbeck, you got to step in. I've been singing your praises, and yet just before the second half. Nope. Oh, it's a great save. Connor Bradley saves it from being a corner. But man, you're kidding. You're absolutely kidding me. Oh no. No! Concede 3. I can't even say that they don't deserve it, because they really do. They really do deserve it. It's unfortunate, but oh man. I really wanted a UEFA Super Cup victory. Harsh challenge. And he's going to score again, and it's 4. Okay, now it's game over. A 4-0 demolition of our team. And yeah, we're going to put in Peters. Let's go, Peters. Come on. Toure. I can't believe we're losing 4-0. 4-0. Really? I've been too soon. Oh, Van Bommel, though. Somehow got on the end of this. Chance. Can he finish it, though? Of course not. Peters. Nope. Oh, Konstantin Peters, please. Oh! Already having a major impact in that attacking midfielder role. You know, the real energy, because they You know, despite the fact that we're losing, they're like, you know what, let's do something, and it's 5! It's 5! Oh my gosh, I thought this was going to be an, somewhat easy win, and it's just, wow, we got battered, destroyed. Can we score at least one? Please. That's not the pass that I wanted, but no! I would have gone all the way. You know what? 5-0. You know what? It humbled us. I did not want to lose this game whatsoever, but worse off, we lost 5-0. Chan Uzun scored twice, Konate scored twice, and Torres scored one. I'm not going to watch the celebrations. I'm sorry. It's unfortunate, but we move. After that humiliating defeat to Hoffenheim, we jump back into the Bundesliga, and our first opponents are, of course, Borussia Dortmund, a team that has haunted us in the past in many different competitions, but thankfully Asprilla gets us off the mark by getting a wonderful goal there, fully by his merit, I can't lie, but we'll take it, and we take the lead, thankfully, up against this very hungry, very tough Borussia Dortmund side that knows how to score, as proven right there by João Pedro, who has haunted us many times, has scored against us many times, unfortunately. And Dortmund do get another chance here that, thankfully, they don't put away, but Atabolut does have to make the save there. And they get yet another chance here that lands at the feet of the Borussia Dortmund player that does put it away. It was Højbjerg. Yes, I was about to say Højlund for some reason, but no, it is Højbjerg. Pierre Højbjerg scores. Pierre-Emil Højbjerg, sorry, does get the goal. So they are leading 2-1 until Gonzalo Ramos gets another shot off that thankfully is saved from Atabolu. I just realized they have Gonzalo Ramos, but our other wide midfielder does get on the end of an amazing chance and scores it thankfully, meaning that we are tied up at 2-2 against Borussia Dortmund, as João Pedro gets another shot off here that thankfully is blocked by their former player, and I think he might have been their captain for a little bit, Nico Schlotterbeck. Great block by our number 4 there, a former Dortmund player. He knows how to play against them and play well. As Fabio Silva scores our third goal, making it 3-2. What am I saying? I was about to say 3-4. Shy. It's 3-2. We are leading up against Dortmund finally yet again, and then Merlin Roll tries to get the fourth for us, but it's curled just wide. At least we're still leading. So long as we don't concede, we should be okay. But Gonzalo Ramos does get it on the end of a chance, and he strikes it home. We are at home, and we are tied on 3-3 up against Borussia Dortmund as Konstantin Peters gets a shot off that is saved by Mike Mainan. Konstantin Peters is only 19 years of age. He is the captain just because he got subbed off from Merlin Roll. Or subbed on from Roll, but Mark Yu gets another chance, and if he would have hit it far post, he probably would have scored, but Mike Mainan saves it at his near post. But we do get another chance here as Ryan Flamingo flies high with his wings and hits the header, but it goes way too far, high and way too wide as well. But hopefully we can get another chance, and we do. Mark Yu yet again, hopefully he hits it far post this time. He does. And he scores it 4-3. Let's go. We should take home the 3 points up against Dortmund now. And we do, but we are playing Bayer Leverkusen very quickly. And sorry, it just jumped straight into our first goal of the game. Yes, I am implying that we'll score more. But Boniface plays it off here for Florian Wirtz, who scores in quick succession, making it 1-1 very quickly into this game as Boniface gets another shot off here, and he scores 2-1 to Bayer Leverkusen. Now hold on tight because this game is very, very hectic. By very hectic, I mean there's a lot of goals as Nico Schlotterbeck is sent packing, and boom, it's 3-1 if I'm not mistaken. But Merlin Roll is on a chance, hits it with his left, and he scores 3-2 now. This scoreline, you got to keep up with it because there's goals galore, should I say. Florian Wirtz gets a chance, and he scores 4-2 to Bayer Leverkusen. They are doing very well. Obviously, we beat Dortmund, but now we're facing another tough opponent in Bayer Leverkusen. We get another shot off, and of course, who would it be? Schmidt scoring another goal for them, making it 5-2. As they do get another chance, and thankfully, we finally get a save. Atabolo's first save of the game, and it still stays at 5-2. up against his Bayer Leverkusen side as Ruben van Bommel gets another chance and scores his second goal of the campaign, making it 5-3. We do still have a huge opportunity. Let's keep going. I know we can. Schmidt gets another chance and he scores again. 6-3. But I still believe we can hopefully still grab 1 point away from this match, maybe tying it up 6-6. I can't believe it, but I know we can. Ruben van Bommel fighting for a third one. There it is. Third goal in this campaign. That's a brace for him in this game, making it 6-4, and it's not over yet. Let's keep going. Bayer Leverkusen and Florian Wirtz does get another chance, but thankfully it's a great save from Atabolu. He's finally popping up with a few more saves. Crucial saves that we'll need in order to try to make it up. As Boniface gets another chance here, he strikes it, and it's another save. Like I said, Atabolu is finally popping up with crucial saves. As we do see Matthias Sule here, hits it with his left. Can he score? Yes, he can after getting subbed on. He was subbed on for Roland Roll, and he gets the 5th of ours. That's 6-5 for us now, but Boniface strikes it home with just a few minutes left, and it's 7-5 loss. Back-to-back disappointments where we lost 7-5 to Bayer Leverkusen, we lost 5-0 to Hoffenheim, and now in the next game after the Leverkusen match, we scrape out a victory, not even a victory, sorry, a tie up against Hamburg, 1-1 at home. So that means we've won 1, drawn 1, and lost 1 in the Bundesliga so far. In 3 matches, we've got every single result. Leading up to 4 points. Yay. We very desperately need some more wins, and we need to stop conceding because, yeah, really stop. It's too much. Anyways. We move on to our first Champions League match after the Hoffenheim debacle. We face AC Milan or Milan FC or Milano FC with our starting 11. Up against Hoffenheim, it was our backup side just because we wanted the starters to get a little bit of a rest. As we see Vivian, or I don't even know who it was, get a foul, and then another foul here from Fofana. But there was a red card there, which meant that we had a bit more space than normal, so they were a man down for a majority, if not a really good chunk of the game, as Kobel gets a save off here, and then Atabolu makes a save for us as well. It stays at 0-0 so far, but far be it from there as Milos Kerkez hits a strike after a cool break, and he scores his first goal for the club very early on for the left back, and I'm so happy for him. And he scored the first goal of the Champions League campaign for this season. But Fabio Silva gets another strike and hits it home. And thankfully, we are leading quite comfortably 2-0 up against this AC Milan side that can definitely score some goals. As I point out, Fofana scores a goal. Atawolo really should have saved that. It's so unfortunate that it bounced off his arm and it still went in. And then they score another one in quick succession, making it 2-2. Quite fast. Like, I'm very angry that we didn't hold on to the lead there, but Fabio Silva puts us back into the lead very calmly with just a little poke into the back of the net, and we will definitely take that. And also, can we just point out the badge? I didn't notice the badge. I like it. But Matthias Sule strikes, and it's a great save from Gregor Kobel there. The former Borussia Dortmund keeper makes a fantastic save from Matthias Sule's strike there as they get another cross into the box, and Rafa Leao gets a great goal there and ties up the game yet again. But Matthias Sule finds himself free in the box, basically the penalty area, penalty spot, should I say, and he strikes it home 4-3 against the AC Milan side. I wish I could say that was the end, but it wasn't, as Endrick, the one who scored so many goals against us before, saves them a point and relegates us to 1 point as well. Then we face RB Leipzig back in the Bundesliga. We made just a few changes, I think, if not just maybe one change in our defense, as Aspria gets a chance and strikes it home quite comfortably. I'm just saying, our wide midfielders in the few games that we've played so far, they're popping up quite crucially with important and very goals that show promise that they'll be scoring a lot of goals. But Benjamin Šeško gets a chance, and of course he scores because our defense is just not good enough to keep a clean sheet anytime, are we? But Omar Marmoush gets another chance here. Bisek overran it, but thankfully it goes wide. Nadolo didn't even reach it because that's how it was. how far wide it was, but they do get another chance here, and they do strike it home. Sorry for all the stuttering. I'm a little bit tired, but also it's just bamboozling all the amount of goals that were scored in all these games, because it's already 2-1. You can kind of see it in the background, but there's 60. It's the 64th minute, right? And there's still more goals to come. It's a little bit of a spoiler, but you guys don't know who's gonna win yet. As Merlin Roll gets a chance here, hits it with his right foot. It's bouncing, and he strikes it into the back of the net. That's 2-2. Merlin Roll with another chance here, this time on the right side, hits it with his right again, far post, and he strikes it home, putting us back in the lead, 3-2 against the RB Leipzig side. And we weren't done yet, as Matthias Sule hits a strike that bounces off of the defender for a corner, but that will be the final chance of the game as we win 3-2 and rack up another 3 points in the Bundesliga. Let's go. Speaking of another 3 points, we were able to finally get 3 more points, but not only that, but a clean sheet, and on top of all that, 5 goals, thanks to Merlin Roll scoring a brace, Fabio Silva scoring 1 as well, Ruben Van Bommel putting away his penalty, and Constantine Peters, who did start this game, scored a goal for himself as well. 19-year-old, finally getting on the score sheet. I'm very happy with him. He came from the youth academy, and now he's growing into a more prominent role for this team. Could not be happier for him. And let's see how good of a season he can have. He's already off the mark with 1. Can he score any more? But anyways, that will be the end of the episode. That was the last game for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Lates.